Hi everyone, my name's Anna. Welcome to this card making project. This card making project is very different. We're going to use some of Anna Griffin's goodies, but we're going to make a card that's really modern and it's got a twist. However, it's quite a quick one after you've seen how it's made. So sit back and relax and let's get crafty. All the details of everything I use will be down below. If you watch on YouTube, click the word show more to see everything. If you see it on my blog, then you'll be able to see the full item list and the details. So the first thing that I've done is I've taken a 7x5" card base. This is in Ivory. Now I'm not going to show you it on our sizeometer because for this one it's just a little bit different anyway. So this is a 7x5" Ivory card base. I've measured 1.2 inches, and when I say 1.2, I've been precise. You don't have to be, but I wanted to tell you the measurement because somebody will ask how much that is. It doesn't matter how much that is, as long as this section, because you're going to cut away a middle section of your card, as long as your bottom section is heavier than this, that's what you need. So you could have 1 inch, you could have 2 inches, but you'd need to leave quite a heavy weight at the bottom. So the next part is where I've cut this away. The inner section I've taken is just short of 2 inches, and I've cut it away, and I'm keeping the bottom bit. So again, it doesn't matter what your middle section is that you cut out. You could just stick to 1 inch, that's fine. And now I'm taking that away. I don't need that bit. I do need to keep this bit though, so I'm going to put that to one side. Now the whole purpose of this is to make an acetate panel in our card. The one thing I did do that I've just forgotten to mention is where I've got the bottom section, between the top and the bottom, I've stamped a sentiment, and I've stamped using my favourite stamps in the whole wide world, and they're the Chalkboard stamps from Anna, all occasion, birthday wishes, and I've used a permanent black ink pad. It was a Staz-on ink pad for that. So I've already stamped that, and I'm just going to put that again to one side. Now we're going to work a funny way around here. So we're turning our card upside down. I've already added double-sided tape along the edge there, and I've just peeled the top of it away. I've got a section here of thick acetate. Now you want it to be thick acetate. I know a lot of people are quite economical and they'll use packaging, things like that. But you want to use something that's a good thick micron. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what this is, but I will put it below. This is from Sticks 2, and it's literally called thick acetate for craft projects. So I've cut this roughly to size, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this section to the double-sided tape, like so. Then I'm going to flip it over so it's covering the front of our card, and I'm going to go back to the section that I cut away, and I'm going to add tape to the back of this. So I've got some quite fine, for me, double-sided tape, and I think this is roughly a 6mm tape. Just going to be very neat and trim the edges. I must admit I don't normally tear, but we'll keep it neat. So then I can peel the back of the tape away, and this section I'm going to match up to the bottom of the card that we haven't trimmed at the back, and then pop it down so it sticks to the acetate, like that, so it's made the acetate panel. Now I'm just going to trim away the excess acetate that we've got on the side of the card. So this is great for anybody who uses acetate a lot, that has a lot of scrap pieces, because you could use this for any size of card. So now we've got the basis of our card made. So we've got our panel in. For anybody who's very fussy, you can cut extra pieces of paper, text weight paper, to cover up your adhesive on the inside of the card. I'm not going to do that today for the simple reason that we want to get on with making the rest of the card. So, but you could cover it up. Obviously you're only covering these sections because you don't want to cover your acetate, because then you'd lose the purpose of the card. So we're not going to do the inside because we've already stamped on the inside, and that is poking through our acetate. But this is where it's really simple. I've got a piece of glitter cardstock that I've cut to fit, that's going to fit on the top section of our card, like that. And I'm just going to pop it on like that, if I can get it to go on in the right place. Let's see if I can get it positioned right. It's as if I've never made a card before in my life. So let's just try again. And there we go. So it leaves a little panel around the edge. And I've also got the same for the bottom section, like that. So I'll try and match it up a little bit. There we go. A little bit crooked, but not to worry. Next, I've been in Anna's favourite flowers collection, set 2, and I decided that we could use flowers on the front of our card, like so, just around the edge. So I've got 3 different flowers, and they're all stickers. You simply peel the back of them away, and that's it for our embellishment flowers. But I am going to finish off the card with a black satin bow and a crystal. Now this is a wonky bow. We've just been doing those on our 31 days techniques, wonky bows, and I've added a crystal. Now, as you can see, you can see the sentiment through the acetate. You can see how everything makes the window look fab. It still stands up. There's not a lot of bulk. The only 3D that we've got is from the flowers and the crystal. Obviously, if you're conscious of posting, you might want to use a different kind of bow topper, or you might not want to use a bow topper and just leave it as the bow. It's completely up to you. Given time, I probably would have put these on a little bit straighter towards the edge. But hey hum, you know, not everybody's perfect. I can always trim those if I want. I need to have pointed it out. But that gives you a gorgeous effect for a card. You can see the acetate and it just looks gorgeous, it really does. And I just hope you've enjoyed watching this. Something a little bit different for you for your cards, and using up if you've got any scraps of acetate. It's so pretty. So I'd like to just say thank you for watching. Please share, please give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and hopefully I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.